Hey guys, Duckling Pow here, back with another Black Ops 3 video for you guys. Now, as you can tell by the title, it is another edition of the Top 10s series, but it's not paint jobs this week. This week, I'm going to be doing some emblems, because some of the emblems that I made are really cool. And as you can see at the moment, I'm using Hive. That's just to get his gear all up to the 800 kill max, and then I'm going to try and get all of them onto the which is the golden one, which actually looks pretty cool, which is what I am striving to do at the moment. But let's get into the video, starting off with number 10. So guys, kicking off with that number 10 spot is a Sonic emblem with a black background. That is just super realistic. That looks a lot like the Sonic character, like the shading below the neck, behind the ears with the eyebrows, behind the other ear. The shading in this is what basically makes it like come into the number 10 spot, and also the fact that it stands out so much. Maybe they could have done like a different color around the nose to make that stand out a little bit more, but you can see it, so it's okay. They could have done a different colored background, but it's a really nice emblem. A lot of detail went into this, and if you like this, you're going to be wondering how this is on number 10, but there are some really good ones coming up. Let's move on to number 9. In number 9, guys, we have the Pringles man, Mr. Mustachio with the red tie. Look how great, this is just really cool. This is a nice fun emblem. It's just a little bit cheeky, a little bit banterous, because Pringles are banter. Pringles, I love Pringles are life, hashtag it. This was made by Asrom16M. Really nice, really good. I like it. Put it in my number 8 spot, but that's not as good as the next one coming up, moving on to number 7. This next one, guys, is just very creative, and it's also a childhood ruiner. As you can tell, in the background, we have Paw the Teletubby. I used to love Teletubbies as a child. You had Tinky Winky, Lala, Dipsy, and Paw. This is Paw, the red one. And then you have the thing from the ring crawling out of its stomach, because the stomachs were like TVs. And this has just ruined my childhood, because the ring is scary, and the Teletubbies is not scary, and it was really good. But you know what? It's just really creative, because not many people would have thought, oh, Teletubbies TV bellies, what climbs out of TVs? Oh, the monster from the ring. Let's put those into one thing. Oh, that rhyme, that was dirty. This was made by Leatherlord, but it's not as good as number 6. That is how top 10s work. That is literally how they work. The one before it is never as good as the one next to it. So let's move on. This one, guys, just look at it. Just look at it. Oh my god. It's so abstract, just the way that it's used, like diamonds and semicircles and squares just to make a skull up. And it looks so sick, with like the fade from white to purple, and then the background being a blue and purple and really pale purple, and then the background which fades from like a creamish kind of colour to a really baby blue. It's just really nice. I really like it, and that's why it's in at the number 6 spot. Let's move on to the number 5. The next one, guys, now you guys have probably seen this since like early emblem designer days, and a lot of people always make eyes. Now obviously you've seen a lot of them, but this one is probably one of the best I've ever seen. Just looking through the emblems for this top 10, I've seen like 3 or 4 eyes for dragons. That's just of dragon eyes. As you can see, it's called Dragon Eye Red, and oh, it's just so detailed. The way that they've even used the texture thing around the eyelid to make it look really realistic. It's just amazing, and dark colours with the bright pink and the standout red. It's just so amazing. I would definitely have this as my emblem if I could download it. Number 5, guys, is keeping it with the Star Wars theme, because Star Wars did come out this week, and it's a Stormtrooper. Now look at the shading. Yeah, notice how there's very dark black shading underneath his chin, and then towards his shoulder it's slightly brighter. That's realism there, guys. A little bit. The reason it's on number 5 is because if you look where the shoulder is, you can see a little bit of the oval that is used above it, and he probably should have put it behind it, but he didn't. So unfortunately, that is what has bumped him down to number 5. And with a little mistake like that, that just shows you how close the top 5 is. It's very close, guys. I can't stress that enough. The next 5, well, no, next 4 are really good. Let's move on to number 4. The next one, guys, obviously because Star Wars came out this week, I had to show you this one. Look, Batman versus Darth Vader. Batman has a lightsaber for some reason. I don't fully understand why, but this has been put into so much detail. If you look like both the lightsabers, they look perfect anyway. Both the characters separately look amazing. But then if you look at Darth Vader's helmet, he's got the white glow from where there's light. And then both of them have colours shining back onto their masks of the respective colours of their lightsabers. Look, Darth Vader has the red around him, just like a little reflection. And then Batman, sorry, has loads of like light blue colours. That is just so detailed. That is mad. The people who make these are so talented. Like, this would be hard enough to draw with just like with your hand. Never mind doing it on like Black Ops 3 where you have a certain amount of like tools that you can use and shapes and stuff. It's just insane. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3, guys, and basically in these top 10s, I am going for detail, because if you can make something look so realistic just by using shaded colours from Black Ops 3, as I said in the last one, just with a certain amount of tools and shapes that you have, then you are a very, very respected person from me. And this is from one of, like, I really like this movie. It's called How to Train Your Dragon, and this is the dragon called Toothless, I do believe. And it's just, look how detailed it is. It's so beautiful as well. This is fantastic. This is just amazing. I'll say it again, if I could make anything like this, then I would be over the moon. Well done, Kylo Raptor. This is amazing. Definitely one of the best paint jobs I've seen, as are all the other ones in this top 10. It's very, very close, this top 10, because a lot of the emblems I've seen are flipping brilliant, okay? I didn't want to swear there, so I said flipping. It's just amazing. I can't even go into how good all of them have been. Just wait until you see number 2 and 1. So let's move on to number 2 so we can shorten the time between number 2 and 1. This next one, guys, is just really fun and really cool, and it's from a really, really popular game that I don't think is really that popular anymore. It's Angry Birds. The colours in the background and the slight reflection, it's like the colours on the bird are the opposite to the colours on the background, because as you can see, it's very dark red over on this side, over on the left hand side, should I say, because you can't see where I'm pointing, and then on the right hand side it's like a very bright yellow, but then on the bird it's brighter on the left hand side and darker on the right hand side. So it's really, really cool, and it's like a perfect egg shape of the bird, and it's all just really, really awesome. And I liked Angry Birds when it was popular. I liked Angry Birds. Deal with it. What if you didn't like Angry Birds? Come at me, fire shots, come on then. I'll rebound them like a bulletproof vest that rebounds bullets. What are you saying? Nothing. Let's move on to number 1. Bic. This next one, guys, number 1 spot. Look at that. How many? I don't even think there was that many colours in the bloody world, but look at it. There's a bit of purple on the ear. There's dark purpley blue on the ear. The whiskers are just weird white splat things. There's yellow around the outside on the left. There's blue on the outside on the right. How do you manage to keep control of this many colours? Like, I would get confused just doing the first eye. Like, I would not know. I would get lost about what colours I've used, and I'd be able to see it, and I'd still get confused. Guys, this one is just really, really good. I really, really like it, and it's a lion. And just forgetting all the colours, if you just made this bland, it'd still be good, because look how detailed the lion is. Like, the curves of the nose, the chin, the like facial shape, everything just looks awesome about this. It's very detailed, very realistic. I mean, apart from the colours, because I've never seen a lion look like that. If you guys have seen a lion look like that, tell me where, because I want to go see that lion, because lions are awesome enough. But with that many colours on it, it'd just make you blind if it stood in the sunlight, because the reflection would just make the colours really bright, and then your eyes would melt, and then you'd try crying, but your tear ducts would also melt, and then you'd just be walking around blind for the rest of your life, all because one dickhead of a lion. No, this shouldn't be number 1 now. The dickhead lion is going to make some kids blind with melted eyes and melted tear ducts. You should feel bad for yourself, lion. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, then please press that like button and that subscribe button, and go do the same to the rest of the Chapow crew. Their names will be in the description down below. Also, go do it to ExoGenerzon and Phantom, whose names are also in that description down below. As you guys know, that rhymed as well. I'm such a great MC, and you know it. You know it. Look deep down into your heart. You know it to be true. You know it to be true. And I'll see you guys next time, and goodbye.